Well, it's time for another walk and talk. It's Monday morning. Well, not exactly morning, it's about 11 o'clock. As you know, hopefully, my channel is all about martial arts, KUNG-FU, to be precise, football, music, a bit of traveling and all that, you know, man. With some luck, I might be able to go to Manchester in March, watch the game against Aston Villa. This has yet to get sorted out, you know what I mean. Got a few topics today. Start with the martial arts one. I'm not sure, but I've got a series on my channel called My Hong Kong Story. In one of those parts, I'm talking about my students. You could say it's a little bit of a dedication to the students, to my current students. You know, as you could imagine, if you teach, there's always students, there will be always students come and go, you know, start, quit. And apparently, since I have students and I have BoFaat students. A BoFaat student, it's someone who's being adopted into the family. So his position is way higher than a regular student. Maybe position is not even the right word, but if there was ranks, he'd be up there. The only expectation I have for a BoFaat student is that he will continue the lineage. Someone who promotes KUNG-FU in any way, shape or form, you know what I mean. Sometimes it doesn't work, or maybe it takes a lot of patience. And I know that. I know that myself. And as I said in my Hong Kong Story Part 3 video about my students. Without my students, I probably would have quit. I would have stopped teaching, you know. But since they never quit, I never quit, you know. But I had students that already had their own schools. I think there's only one student I have who still teaches, but the others stopped. So I can understand if you stop. If you start a different martial art, let's say it's a Japanese, and then you rename your Mogun into a Japanese name, and then you tell me you stop. And I still wish you all the best, and I show understanding and all that. And then I don't hear from him for 2 years or longer than that. And then he complains why I didn't mention him when I praised my students. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. The time you've been there, for the time you've been with me, you fucking did well, man, you know what I mean? Quite well, but you stopped teaching, that's one thing, but you stopped completely the contact with me, you know what I mean? So I haven't heard more than 2 years until someone pointed out to him my video about my students, and that's the time when he sought contact. Sorry, it's not how we play here. You did well in your time, but you didn't stick with it. You didn't even stick with me, you know what I mean? So why should I mention you? And I'm not even mentioning you now. I'll just tell the story to people to understand. And you maybe will understand it too, hopefully. But yeah, that's that. Nothing else to say about that. Wish everyone always the best. I have no hard feelings, but sometimes some people need to give their hair a little wobble or something. Anyway, let's talk football. So now we've got 4 wins on the bounce. That's fucking crazy, and but seems like Carrick is doing something right, because you also see it on the reaction of the players. They you know, you'd see if people are not fucking happy, but they all seem to be happy, so that's a good thing. It's not like we absolutely smashing everyone, you know what I mean? You still see some weaknesses, obviously. We need to strengthen our squad, you know, but let's say for what we have, he's getting the best out of them, and that is something. Now even now I see it. Amorim couldn't do. For some reason, I think he was too rigid, too strict with his ideas. But it took someone like Carrick to show me that, you know what I mean? Because I thought improvement is slow progress. Yes, let's put it like this. Amorim never had a proper chance, you know. Even, I mean, when Carrick came in, other than De Ligt and Mount, maybe he's got all players. He's got all the players to play, you know. And Amorim did have a few games, all players, but not like constantly. And I think he made some mistakes, you know what I mean, to be honest. But I didn't see it like that, you know what I mean. I thought it's a slow progress, but you could see when the players kept their positions, and it got better. And then especially we you know, you see all the statistics and all that, and then we shot more goals, but we still conceded too many goals, and that just spoke for a weak midfield. But he did position some players out of their natural positions, you know. I mean, he put them in the wrong places and all that. So, and that was his mistake. And Carrick just turned it back to old school ways, and simple football, but effective. So that was all it took. Simple, but effective. So 4 on the bounce, and tomorrow we're going to play West Ham away. It's not going to be any easier. Every game is a big game. Every game is difficult in its own ways, and that's something else. Sometimes I didn't really look forward to watching games, because we always, I don't know, I haven't missed any fucking United game since years. I've watched all of them. There were times when I didn't look forward to watch them. It changed now. Looking forward to watch tomorrow night, playing West Ham. Can't wait. Hopefully get 5 wins now, so that lad can get his fucking haircut finally and stops to get in our tits, you know what I mean? Music. Next single dropping on February 20th, called Tomorrow Kings, featuring my man Kenneth Masters, and it's from my upcoming album called The Last Fucking BoFaat Album. Last topic, all going back to the martial arts. We changed schools, told you that, and today is our 2nd week practicing at the new school. Well, it's not our school, it's not set up as our school. We are just renting ours in a Tai Chi school, but the place is quite nice. The students like it there. It's warm and cozy. It's not like our old Mogun old building. It's a bit modern. It's nice. We've got proper changing rooms. We've got everything there. We've got some of our weapons there. Not all. We don't have our lion dance equipment there. Check out this channel for some videos from our first lessons inside the new school. So you can get a picture for yourself how it looks there and how it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, but that's it for today. Another walk and talk in the can. Right, have a good one. Cheers.